Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds, back in the studio. It's Tuesday, and as far as I understand it, the next 20 games are extremely crucial for the Kansas City Royals. It's like this home stretch. Yes, you want to stay hot, you want to stay healthy, but it's really going to be in the next couple weeks that dictate whether or not they go into the playoffs, how they look last night.
They got to win.
Hell yeah.
And this is number 70. Number 70 on the season, and it comes in mid-August, actually the latter part of mid-August, and that's really big. And the Royals knocked off the Angels last night 5-3. Salvi Perez had a trio of RBIs. Paul DeJong had a couple of them, and Seth Lugo gets the win with 8 strikeouts. That's big for Kansas City. 70 wins now. Another game with the Angels coming up tonight. Hey, this is the Kansas City Ball Club's playing well. I'm not going to backtrack. I do think they have a great chance to make the playoffs. I hope they do, but then how far they go, I think, is probably contingent on their maturity.
Hey, man, also attrition, too. As long as they can remain healthy, what if another team doesn't? You look at the Dodgers right now, man. They bought a team in offseason, and half of them are injured right now.
Yeah,
so, I mean, it doesn't matter how good of a team you have. As long as they're healthy, that's what
Same can be said for a lot of them, too. Yeah. The Atlanta Braves have had just a catastrophic year. Texas Rangers have been out with injuries. You're right. It's all out of their control. It's all on the matter of health.
Well, let's talk about the St. Louis Cardinals.
They play the Brewers tonight. The Brewers are the team they are chasing. Cardinals are 11 games back of the Milwaukee Brewers. In other words, a 3-game series, the Cardinals have no option. They have to sweep. They have to get all 3, and if they do, they'll still be 8 games behind. My goodness sake, the Cardinals are in dire straits. But they play the Brewers tonight. The Springfield Cardinals, are home. They're playing the Tulsa Drillers. Springfield Cardinals are already in the Texas League playoffs. They'd like to win both halves and then go into the championship round with a head of steam. Let's see what happens.
Fingers crossed, but that's always a good thing when they're in town. Go see a game this week. I think we're going to see one tomorrow night.
Excellent. That'll be a lot of fun.
Atlanta Braves have been victims of the injury. As I said, this is a game of attrition. Now they've got another setback.
Yeah, this is Austin Riley, who is their catcher. He suffered a broken hand over the weekend. He's out for the year, out for the season. Not that the Braves were going to do anything in the playoffs. Philadelphia is so far ahead in that division. But the fact is the Braves are a very good team, but they aren't without Ronald Acuna. And now with Austin Riley out of there, some of their key pitchers have been unable to play. This has been down year for Atlanta.
You know, baseball is a long season, and some people like to hit the snooze button for the early months until right about now, when you get into that sweet spot where you start to see who is the real deal and who isn't. And this week we've got the power rankings. Who's the real deal?
The power rankings are really more for discussion. They mean nothing at all as far as the team making a playoffs and so forth and so on. They are a way to judge a team as being the best. Well, right now, for some reason, Philadelphia is still number 1 in Major League Baseball. There are 30 teams. The Phillies are rated number 1 by the media and some officials who do the voting. But Philadelphia faces Atlanta starting tonight in a big series in the National League East. Atlanta's compromised. Hey, we'll see what happens. Philadelphia is still catchable, if you can make that an English term. Los Angeles Dodgers 2nd, the Yankees 3rd, Orioles 4th, the Brewers 5th. Kansas City Royals are number 9 of the 30 teams. That's pretty good, but I really feel like they should be better than that. The Cardinals are number 18 of the 30 teams, and I'm not sure they're quite that strong. But that's the ranking, that's the way they are, and that's the discussion point that we will pursue.
And just like you said, it's just a discussion. It don't mean nothing.
Nothing.
Rain finally stopped in Michigan, and the NASCAR race was finally completed yesterday. Who got the checkered flag?
Tyler Reddick is the one who gets the win in this one. That's big for him because that vaults him to the top now of all the points getters. This is setting the stage now for the NASCAR playoffs, which will be coming up here in a couple of weeks. There are 3 regular season races remaining and a chance for individuals to really make some headway here, but 12 of the 16 positions for the finalists has already been decided, so there's a big battle for those remaining positions. Tyler Reddick is number 1. He gets the win in overtime, held off William Byron in a terrific race that ended actually yesterday afternoon. It was practically the whole race. Anyway, Tyler Reddick gets the win. He is number one, and now the next competition coming up as the regular season in NASCAR is dwindling down, and we'll get to the playoffs before too much longer.
Got a chance to listen to you guys talk about the college football scene during Ned Talk on Sunday. You still feel the same way you did then?
Mm-hmm. I think probably the number one team is Georgia.
Okay.
They do not play this Saturday.
No, they do not, but we do have some college football action.
We do indeed, and the headline matchup is Georgia Tech, and they will be playing their Atlantic Coast Conference team, and they're playing Florida State, also an Atlantic Coast Conference team. This is a conference matchup to open up the season. That's most unusual. But what's really unusual is it's not in this country. They're playing in Dublin, Ireland, and they will play very early Saturday morning. It's for TV and advertising purposes and all that, but that's the big game. There's several others, a little bit lesser caliber in D1, but Florida State, Georgia Tech, that's Saturday, and then next Thursday is when they really get kicking, including the Bears. They'll be out at Montana to play, and hey, this will be a lot of fun. Missouri Tigers will also play against the team from Murray State, so that's a Missouri Valley Conference opener for them, and for the Missouri Tigers, their regular season opener.
A lot of fun. One of my favorite times of the year. College football is back, my guy. Have a great Tuesday, Ned. I'll see you tomorrow.